Good morning. Welcome to the Smart Life Club. Listen, if you're on the East Coast, good afternoon. It's time to have a coffee break. You are in the Smart Life Club. This is the Coffee Break Show. I'm Vickie Helm. I am so happy you have joined me today. It's Thursday. We had a great time with our Wednesday welcome guest. Thank you, Martin Wales, for being with us. It was so fun. It was so awesome to have you. It was such a great time. I want to tell you that I'm really enjoying the Wednesday welcome guests. If you're new here, do me a favor, put your name down below. I want to know you and get to be with you in the Smart Life Club and have some fun with you. I see everybody onboarding. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're with us today. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Karen, for coming on today. I also want to let you know, if you're watching this afterwards, if it's afterwards and the show's already been live, do me a favor, put hashtag replay down below so we can join with you there together. Martin Wales was absolutely incredible. Next week, we are going to have the incredible, amazing, just colossal Joe Vitale is going to be on our Wednesday welcome show next week, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be talking about his latest book and things like that. It's going to be just really fun. So today, while we're piling on and everybody's coming on board, good morning. Do me a favor and check out over here. If you're on Facebook, do me a favor, say hello. Hey, Stephen, nice to see you all. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join us. We meet Monday through Friday, have a good cup of coffee, have some conversation, uplift our day with tips and tools and all kinds of things that help us have more thrivability, more fun, a little connection. And yesterday on my phone at dark 30 at night, the Amber Alert went off. And on the Amber Alert, it just, startled me so much. And I picked up the phone, I looked at it, and it's the lockdown in Colorado, or the stay-at-home law, just went in effect yesterday. So I was like, well, I kind of stay home anyway. I mean, I live rurally and I work and everything else. And there's not a lot of bars and restaurants and movie theaters and nightclubs and all kinds of things out here. There's peace and solitude, silence, and kind of a way to keep things quiet and move you inside. So we are now hitting kind of a critical time where places are going to be asking us to not go out, to stay at home. And I feel very compelled to agree with them for right now, just to stay at home so that we can get a grip on this virus, so that we can go back to work, so that we can go on with our lives. And then I thought, well, I go to work every day, and I love that my work is in my home. I mean, I'm literally in my living room. The fireplace is over there. The very important coffee maker is right there. And so I'm very happy about being at home and hanging out with you guys and having some fun. But then I started thinking, I said, I wonder what things will be like in the future. Now, I've asked myself this months ago. Months ago, I asked myself, what will it be like in the future? And I thought, well, it's going to be however I can create it in the future. And so, it's like a garden, everybody's life. We plant seeds every single day. Every day that we're alive, we're planting seeds. And whether we're planting seeds of love or opportunity or success or savings or growing or whatever it is, every day we plant seeds. And every day we also sow the plants that we were planted. We're sowing the plants, the fruits of our labor from the past seeds that we planted. And so I started thinking, what seeds do I want to plant right now? What seeds do I want to put in the dirt that are going to grow for me so that I'm in the future a little bit with a harvest that has been thought out well enough? And I was thinking, well, usually when I plant a garden, I get to plan it out, don't we? We get that square out and then we draw it and we're like, oh, the carrots are going to go over here and the corn's going to go over here and the tomatoes are over here and we'll put the lettuce right over here. And we have this fun designing our garden. And this year, what's interesting is we don't always look at our garden in the way of we're so excited to plant it. But then the seasonal weather comes on, and we don't know one day whether we have a big rainstorm, but this rainstorm has big hail in it, and it might damage the plants a little bit. You're like, but the plants get wailed a little bit, and they're kind of growing, and they've got hail on them. Or you get to the point where there's wind. Or in my area, sometimes when you grow the plant, the deer come along and say, "Look, somebody made breakfast for us," and they eat all of it. So we have what I call unintended consequences. Unintended consequences happen. And that's kind of the thing we are living right now, unintended consequences. We have kind of a black swan event. And what I mean by that black swan event is that, nobody expected a pandemic this year. I had made plans, obviously, to get in an RV and start filming on the road for the coffee break show, and going to a few mountain bike parks and, having fun doing that. And that's kind of been halted. I mean, it's come to a screeching halt right now. And some of the things everybody had planned came to a screeching halt. So what happens is that you get an opportunity to come back and say, okay, how are we planting the seeds of the future right now? How are we planting the seeds of what we can do right now? And so I want to talk about a little bit about what are you guys doing? So I know the seed that planted for Stephen was he's probably sitting by the pool in Florida, relaxing. And that's a great seed to have planted. Karen, yes, Martin Wales was very incredible. Robin, good morning. Good morning, said Stephen to everybody. Good morning, Marie Jo. Nice to see you on. Having a good day, I see. Dr. Joe Vitale, Karen says, is next week, Wednesday, welcome guest. Woohoo! It's going to be a rocking show. I mean, it's going to be a great show. Yesterday's show was awesome, said Marie Jo. It really was. I mean, Martin he gave so much value, so much value. He's going to be great, said Robin. Yes, Joe Vitale is going to be great. Yes, MJ, Martin was amazing. At least 21 states are all in partial lockdown. We're incomplete until April 11th. It's like a staycation. You just stay home and have your staycation at home. But we want to go ahead and say, when you're home, what can you plant right now that will help you grow? Stephen says, I'm faithful to the seeds I plant. I plant love, compassion, kindness, faith, hope, love, and I believe my now they can by my now they continue to harvest. By now they continue to harvest. And that's an interesting thing. I want to talk about that because we talk about this every single day. Everybody plants seeds. And what seeds are you planting? And Stephen, I love the garden you've made, a garden of love and compassion and faith and hope. And he's reaping that right now. Karen says, I love seeds we plant throughout our lives. Sometimes we see the harvest, sometimes not. All seeds are nonetheless important to sow. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm hoping that good morning Facebook user is Ryan. If it is, Ryan, good morning. Nice to see you on. If it's not, will somebody give me a hint who that is? And there's the StreamYard link is up here. You click it, click the blue button, and I'll be able to see your name. How are you planting the seeds of your future? Good morning, Donald. I just hug you. I love you so much. I like sitting by pools in the morning. Good morning. Yes. Brandon, nice to see you on, buddy. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, Brandon. It's nice to have you with us. Good afternoon, he said, because he's on the East Coast. Brian Rogers, my favorite funny man. Dude, I'm telling you, you had me cracking up all this morning. There are a lot of people planting their seeds right now. Literally, that's true. We are too. We are planting our seeds, literally, because I think having a garden is one of the most fun, amazing things that you can do. Love the staycation. That's right. It's a staycation. You stay close to your loved ones and you gather your family together and you say, hello, Thirsty Thursday, coffee's up, Ryan. All right, Ryan. All I have to do is say clink. There you go, buddy. Scott says hi. And I'm like, hi, Scott. Nice to see you on, my friend. I'm more of a coffee seeds in the morning. That's right. You know, the coffee bean in the morning is everything. It's everything. So when we're in this morning and we're thinking, okay, what can I plant for the future? The future is going to be unknown. Nobody knows, how this is going to play out. Are we going to see collapse? Are we going to see major boom? We don't know. And my goal here isn't to say this is what's going to happen in the future. I've got my crystal ball out. I would like to empower you with something that helps me build my future consistently. Consistently helps. This is my one secret in life. And that is, when you feel it in here, you have to take action on it right now. If it says build a company, then build a company. If it says write a book, write a book. If it says go swimming right now, go swimming right now. The future is going to be to the point where you're going to have to pay attention, be very mindful, and very aware. And the question you should be asking is, aware of what? Mindful of what? And so when we take that deep breath and we take a look at that, it's you. What you're supposed to do in the future is right here, right now, asking to be planted. So for me, it's saying, write this book. Here's the title. Here's the subtitle. Write it. Now, I don't know if it's write a song or write. And I want you guys, if you have a chance to go to my Facebook page, I want you to look at Tyler Perry's beautiful, amazing 5 or 6 minute thing that he created. That is like right in the moment. Multi-millionaire. He's like, biggest guy in entertainment right now. And he's got on there something that he did that was so beautiful, so amazing to help the world. That was the future for him. He felt that. He's like, let's see if we can do something to make us feel better while we're at home staying here. And it's only then that I realized there are 3 things about our future that you absolutely have to master. The absolute mastery of it is in that video. That video that is 7 minutes is all about our future, which is what can we do right now that will better things? That's the first thing. What can we do right now that will better things? And it doesn't have to be a colossal thing. He just is singing. But what he did was a collaboration. And collaborations and joint ventures, those are going to be huge in the future. If your collaboration skills, your joint venture skills, those skills have to be honed right now. If you work with other people, I'm telling you, the future is about strategic alliances. It's going to be about joint ventures. It's going to be about how to collaborate with others so that you can make something and put it out there. And I want to let you know, I think Tyler Perry did an exceptional job, and he put it up on the internet. It went viral, of course, because it's him. And I obviously put it on mine. And it's so simple, so easy, and so miraculous to be able to move and do that. Brian says there are a lot of people planting their seeds right now, literally. And I agree with that. So what is it, the seeds you're planting right now? Karen says the virus created a staycation, and it's a wonderful time to plant seeds. Work more aggressively towards your goals and take care of you time. It is a time of actually designing. It's like, one of the coolest things ever that I thought was interesting was when we were at war with, I want to say in the beginning of it, when they first captured the first Americans, there was a couple of girls and a couple of guys that were kept, and they were trying to keep their attitude up. They were trying to keep their focus on, we're going to be rescued by the army, etc. And so what they were thinking is, what was their future going to be like? Now they're scared, they're captured, they're in this, POW camp, etc. And they're like, okay, let's picture what our future is going to be like. Well, The newspapers are going to write about us. Yes, we're going to be on the front page so our family knows we're okay. We're going to be on talk shows. Imagine the shows. We're going to be on, Ellen, and we're going to be on Oprah, and we're going to be on these shows. They created their future by visualizing it right here. If they created their future in their mind by speaking it out, they didn't just look at the circumstance of how everything could have been falling apart for them. And that really made an impression on me. That really made an impression because I was thinking to myself, you can do that at any moment. You can be here in the now, mindfully aware, listening into your next move. And your next move is the future. It's when the future meets the now and you make that action. When you make that action, you're working with the universe then. You're working with them to visualize what your future is going to be like. You can say the future is unknown. Yes, the future is unknown. But if you have seeds in your hand and you plant them and you tend to them, you'll sow something. You'll sow something. Not every seed is going to germinate. Not every seed is going to come out perfect, but it will come out. You'll have something. Brandon, I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a couple of days here. Brandon says, I'm planting seeds of love, compassion, and encouragement to others. And I've received the biggest compliment possible about it this morning. Congratulations. That is very cool. He's planting seeds of love and compassion and encouragement to others. And he also received the biggest possible compliment, which is somebody else sowing seeds for you. That's beautiful. Marie Jo says, okay, Marie Jo popped up really fast. I want to get to, wow, you guys, there she is. She says, it's time to regroup, turn the soil, pick your new seeds and plant them. That's right. It's time to regroup, turn the soil, pick your new seeds and plant them. Brian Baby Boom Coronals. Yes, Brian Baby Boom Coronals. That's right. MJ Caesar. I love that action plan. I do. Clever, double entendre, Martin Wales and quarantines. That's right. He will have quarantines by then. Hi, Jaramillo, missed you. Happy to see you back. Hey, Jaramillo, nice to see you on. Building greenhouses and preparing for tomorrow. Life goes on. Just keep looking forward and filling the needs of the community. Man, Ryan, I'm telling you that you speak those words just perfectly. So far, Barb says, so far, I've had to make very few changes in my schedule this year. I feel relaxed in my preparation for living in the now and future. That is so brilliant. I do too, Barb. It's like I've made a few changes in my schedule this year. Very, very few. I feel relaxed and my preparations for living in the now and the future are great. I love Ryan. Ryan, this is really true for me. It's so true for me. I'm going to read it again. Building greenhouses and preparing for tomorrow. Life goes on. Just keep looking forward and filling the needs of the community. And that greenhouses are a big thing for me. I totally agree with that. But you and I agree on a lot of stuff there, Ryan. So he says, hello, everyone. Oh, it's Lucia. Lucia. I'm sorry, Lucia. I've been corrected. Nice to see you on, my friend. Hey, if you click the StreamYard link up here and push the blue button, I'll get to see your face and your name as well. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to see you. Big love to you all, Lucia. Thank you. That was really nice. So let's see. Yes, maybe you've had a garden business, whatever. It's time to build both. It's nice to see you, Lucia. Stephen says, attitude will harvest habits. Habits produce character, and they together present your destiny. Your destiny unfolds every day. All begins with a positive attitude. Yes, I really like that. I'm going to say that again because I think it's something important to have there. Stephen said, attitude will harvest habits. Habits produce character, and they together present your destiny. The destiny unfolds every day, and I all begins with a positive attitude. Yes, my day always begins with that positive attitude and that connection with the divine. Unless I'm out of coffee. If I'm out of coffee, I go get coffee first. And then there's that positive attitude. I have sort of a vegetable garden in the past. This year, it's large and strategic, planting those literally and figuratively seeds. Yes, I think everybody needs to have a victory garden this year. Just, victory garden. Ryan McShane, somebody's laughing at your jokes there. You've been a great example of that daily, Stephen. Thank you for your attitude of love and hope. He is really a good example of that, isn't he? So many of you are talking so fast. Take note from nature. It's time to bloom. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Take note from nature. It's time to bloom. That should be the cup for today. Stephen's attitudes can harvest habits. Great assessment. I love that too. Brilliant. That will survive for years. Bet Ada will love it too. Ha, said Ryan McShane. Probably over to Martin there, because those two are cracking me up. You are a gift, Stephen. And planting that. Ada is loving the current adventure. I love her attitude. Yes, a good attitude rubs off on your kids. I don't care what you say. Kids don't follow what you say. They follow what you do. If you're a good example of that, they become the example that you're displaying. And Ada it's a great current adventure. Love that attitude she has. Seeds are to be planted in fertile soil. Our attitude, as Steve says, is the soil. Yes, I want to say that again. And I'm not sure if that's Lucia or Ryan who said that, but I love it. And I want to repeat it. Seeds are to be planted in fertile soil. Our attitude, as Steve says, is the soil. Beautiful. Love that. Lucia, I've missed you. Yes. So it was Lucia. I missed you too, girlfriend. I'm so glad you're with us. I think that was MJ and Ryan. Okay, or Ryan. I think that was MJ, said Ryan. I'm not sure. We have a superhero in the house. Wes, thank you for all you do. Oh, okay. I'm going to take a stop here because my son-in-law is on right now, and he is an RN, and I can't even believe he's got a day off or that he gets to spend some time with us. And my heart went up in my throat because I just want to tell you, Wes, to be careful, and thank you for your service. And right now there's another guy here on whose wife is a doctor, and she is battling, and they're barely getting a nap in. And I know you're working, and I know we're kind of on lockdown. Just do me a favor and be careful with all your might, and thank you for your service. I'm so proud of you. God, okay, back into the middle. Thank you, Wes, for being here. Barb, your mindset and organizational attitude make all the difference. Steve says, I live in the now with moral values from yesterday, and I don't worry about the future, but I am concerned about today. Yes. Somebody said she's a great mama. What a great example of a positive attitude. That's right. Coffee mug quotable. Tina, you continue to be critical part of your community. Yes, Tina Friel, if that's you and you're on, thank you for being here. I'm just amazed at you. She's doing stuff so that people have food in our community. I mean, food, sugar, flour. She makes bread, stuff like that. Even at the sacrifice of her own business right now, she is still helping the community rise. That's what, the seeds of our community does. Thank you, Wes. Please be careful, praying for you. Yes, Wes, thank you for giving so much. Wes, I just want to let you know, we love you more than you know, and take care of each other up there. I just want to make sure you're safe and you get through this. So you do everything you can to be safe. You do everything you can to live. You do everything to make sure you are safe. I'm just saying. Don't make me come up there. I will. Hey, Joan, nice to see you on, my friend. Joan, thank you, medical health professionals, praying hands. Thank you. Thank you for all the medical professionals. I want to say we have frontline teams that are fighting this, and we are going to win it. We will win it. Yay, Tina, you're a superhero. So today, when we're talking about what the future holds for you, I want to let you know the seeds you plant now are what your future will hold for you. What you hold in your heart, what you hold in your head, what you hold in your hand, what you give out, what you do, there are going to be times that something other than your mind is going to talk to you, and it's going to say, do this. It doesn't matter if you know how to do this. Just take the first step. Just have that first faith that you can come into and take the first step and keep going. It's an interesting time, but I think everybody should be having a garden. Everybody should be having a garden. Donald said, big love to you, Wes, big love. And a lot of people down here, Wes, are praying for you constantly. I can barely talk about it I can't, my heart goes up in my throat. So, Wes, know that we love you. Whew. And Donnie sends big love as well. I know that there are so many doctors and nurses out there fighting the good fight. And, the firefighters and the EMS people, they're doing so much right now for humanity. They are like our armed forces right now. We're fighting this big kind of fast-paced pandemic that goes around. We need to do our part and stay at home and let the hospitals get those numbers down because they're filling up rooms fast. We need to help them help us. That was almost Jerry Maguire, right? Help me, help you. Stay at home and plant seeds and reach out. And remember, you are the creator of your future. But for those people out there, I think this is Wes. He said, thank you all. Really appreciate what you all are doing and can do to take care of each other. I appreciate all the thoughts and prayers. We can do this. Whew. You're going to make me cry, Wes, and I don't have any Kleenex around me. Yes, we can do this. We're going to all get through this, and Colorado's on complete stay home. I just want to make sure that I need to have a sip of coffee so my heart can go back down in my throat. This is a time where heroes are created. And, it's like after an earthquake, you all run together and help each other. And this is a different type of earthquake. This is a different type of beast. This is a different type of anomaly in the world. And it requires us to do something together, and together courageously. If we can just help those people get that hospital down, then we can go ahead and help. Thank you. Somebody brought me Kleenex. Okay, now I can talk about Wes. Some of the workers out there, all the nurses and the doctors and the administrators and the EMS and the firefighters, those are our first line of defense warriors. And I want to tell you something. They are fighting for your life right now. They're not fighting for theirs. They are doing the same thing our military does. They get out there in this dangerous thing and they work until some of them die working for humanity, just like our soldiers do at battle. So the first line of freedom right now, is our medical people that are out there doing that. Every single one of them that is standing up against this and saying, you know what? I know you're contagious and I know you're sick and I know you're scared and I know this is your loved one and we're going to take care of them. That is frontline soldiering right there. And I want to really say that we need to help them out just like we help our armed forces. And our armed forces, that to me is so important, that we plant a victory garden or we stay at home or we acknowledge that we help by staying put. So for me, I'm going to have a moment where I say thank you to everyone who has been fighting this. And I mean, since China right now. And the most thing you can do right now God, I'm so sorry. I keep thinking about Wes. You're wrecking me. And Brian's wife is out there doing that. Our loved ones are on the battlefield. We got to help them out and help them win this. So the future is going to be about what we do today. That's all I have for you today because my heart is so up in my throat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen says, Vickie, you're allowed to cry. That's true. Thank you. Wes, I want you to know that I love you so much. And I think you're such an incredible young man. And fight the good fight, but please be safe, okay? All right. I love you guys so much. I'll see you Monday. Hey, next Wednesday, Joe Vitale is going to be on the show. That's right. All right. I love you guys. Mwah. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Bye.